Well, I think that'll stump me because I must admit that I'm not an economist. So my knowledge of macroeconomics and general stuff is not great. But I would say that I think CBDC first and foremost architecturally is as good as what money has been for central banks for at least the last 100 years, right? So CBDC only makes two fundamental shifts. I think if you're an economist, like I said before, it's M0. So it is not going to give you anything different than what banknotes are giving, right, to you as a concept. But I think the two most important things I tried to highlight, and I can underscore them one last time, is that what makes it novel is that it's a digital fiat currency. In other words, it's still a fiat currency. It is still backed by the sovereign. It has still got the same purposes, but because the digital has some extra benefits, and one of them is efficiency of transmission, efficiency of making it more secure, etc. And the other part, so that part I think is just more efficient way of getting fiat money across the table. I think that's digital fiat currency. That's the first step. The part that I think has the most interesting long-term potential is programmability. We don't know what that really means yet. It's very early days. Even the example I gave you of vaccination is a very simple example. I mean, anybody can understand it, right? What is not clear is that, for example, I'll just give you some more examples. Like, I think as you start to look at money being a programmable object or code that you can program to achieve certain outcomes or match certain constraints. I mean, for example, we talk about escrow accounts, right? When people do a complex, large ticket transaction like buying land, they put money in escrow to make sure the legal aspect of that escrow is properly handled so that money doesn't leave too soon or arrive too soon at a particular person's hands, right? So if you think of that, an escrow, then if money can be programmed, then escrows are not required, right? So that is the nature of financial services offered around legal money, how to move money legally with rules. So money with rules can be done in the digital world. So I think that's where, in my view, the future interesting experiments, innovation will happen. That what happens when money can carry its own rules with it, and how it will be used, how it will be deployed, where it will sit, where it will not sit. What can you do with this money? What can you not do with this money? That's where I think we'll have some very interesting innovation. And that may be the future of money itself. So I don't know if I answered the question, but I thought, to me, it starts off looking very simple, looking very logical and simple extension of the way things are. But the moment you get into this area of programmability, suddenly it appears that the sky is the limit of what you can do.
Fantastic.